Okay, so here are the items that you did not include in your introduction. Okay, there you go. You need to include why are you looking into this exploration and what results are you expecting. You have to give a general description. How you're going about your exploration. Yeah. In the next section, actually, you put that. Yeah, although there are some information that you need to add. Yeah, but you need to include a brief explanation about what you are going to do in your introduction. Yeah, and you have to include evidence of personal engagement, as I mentioned earlier, explaining why this topic is of personal interest to you. That means the rationale. So usually in introduction is structured as you write the background first to take the readers into your IA, your ideas of IA, which is about how can the ratings of a video game affect its total sales. In your introduction, you did not really mention about rating, and you did not mention about sales. So I think it is best that you give a background to the readers. Now, readers in this case, not me. Readers supposed to be other students at JC level, more or less. Okay, we good so far?
Yes, sir.
Right. That's what you have to add, yeah? So consequently, out of these three paragraphs, there are part that you have to take out, yeah? So that you can fulfill the introduction criteria here, yeah? So what missing is the background. So you need to give a brief explanation in relation to your IA, yeah, so that readers understand what you want to do, and then you put your rationale, the reason why you choose this IA, okay, and how you are going to do the IA, and what is it that you want to achieve, your aim, yeah. So you put your aim and the output of your IA. Aim is the one that drive your IA from the beginning until the end. So you work based on your aim. Yeah. Usually, yeah, you end your introduction with a paragraph that includes what you think the usefulness of your IA to your readers. All right, understandable?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and also don't forget, yeah, in the introduction you have to include just briefly what you plan to do in order to achieve your exploration. Okay, next, data collection. That students be creative in IA, because IB has given student freedom to choose whatever IA that they want to do based on their area of interest. So you don't really need to follow the structures of science report. Usually this goes for science report, I believe. Is that correct?
Yeah, yes, sir.
Yes, you put data collection, analysis, you just use a more catchy, interesting subheading. You can say finding the sales of video game, for example. This particular section, you mentioned about resources. Is that correct? Resources that you use uh, to find your data. So you can put that, finding video game rating, connecting rating to sales, something like that. Okay, can we do that?
Yes, sir.
Right. Now, what's missing as well is I forgot to mention from the beginning, page number. Yeah, page number one, start from introduction. If we look at the previous IA, cover has no page. Then page one begins here. Yeah, introduction, page one. And also, please put citation wherever applicable. Okay. Uh, so if you look at this example here, yeah, the student put number one. Yeah, I hope you can see that. So meaning this statement, first sentence that the student used is taken from this source. And what is number one? Then you put down here. This is the link. And do not forget to put this in the bibliography as well, including the access date. Are we good?
Yes, sir.
Right. Now, the reason I mentioned that because you put these IGN, PC Gamer, and such and such. These are your resources, so it is best to put citation, yeah, wherever applicable. All right. So you put these are all reputable website I can use to measure the ranking of game. Okay, you put the reason. That's fine. Reason for using secondary data. Right, this one, you have to give a citation here because you take this from the resources that you mentioned at the beginning, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, now these are taken from which resources is it? Did I miss something? Because you mentioned IGN, PC Gamer, and Metacritic and Eurogamer. And this is taken from which one?
I believe I used the Serves statistics website.
So this is not taken from these
Not
websites.
from, yeah, not from those, sir.
Oh, actually, you should have mentioned that statistic website.
Yeah. Hindsight,
Yeah.
I should have.
So what I'm trying to say is looking at the language that you can structure well, you should be more than enough to be able to structure your report. Can we do that?
Yes, sir.
What I mean by that is please put the order so that your reader, student at JC level, more or less, can understand what you're trying to do. Yeah. Okay. So please fix this. All right. And what you have to do as well is to comment on your data. I'm sure I've shared this in the managed bag. So let me show you the example very soon. Yeah. If you look under this title, yeah, in the IA section or IA topic and managed bag, look for analysis of sample bracket data. So after student collect data in a table like so, yeah, don't forget the citation. The student need to write a paragraph about the data collection technique that they use. Yeah. More information for this is if you go to Cognity, yeah, Cognity subsection 4. Okay, topic 4. If you look at your Cognity, you look for 4.1, collection of data and sampling. Yeah, then you can find the sampling. Okay. Okay, that should give you information about what I'm going to show you next. So you have to comment on the sampling technique. What is the sampling technique that you use? Or first you have to comment on the data, whether your data is a sample or population. Population means you collect the entire data from the entire population. Sample, obviously, you only collect some of the data from the entire population. So please decide those two. If it is a sampling technique, if it is a sample, then explain which sampling technique that you use. Okay, that must be written in a paragraph. And you have to also write in a sentence whether the data that you have, oops, sorry, is a correlation or causation. Okay. Which one is it? I have so many. Right. Yours is about rating and sales. Is this a correlation or causation? What do you think? Causation means one variable affect the other. So that's you have to write in a sentence, yeah, that belong to the last paragraph or that belong to the paragraph, just underneath your tabulated data. But do you reckon the data that you have, sorry, this data here, year release and then total sales, yeah, are they causation or just correlation?
Between year released and total sales?
Yeah.
Correlation, sir.
Meaning it has no effect?
No.
Okay. So that you have to put, yeah? So you put in a paragraph under your tabulated data, whether your data is population of or sample, what's the sampling technique, any error in collecting the data, or what can be improved, yeah, or whether your data is a correlation or whether the variables of your data is correlation or causation. Okay, can we do that?
Yes, sir.
And here you provide 3 columns. So you have to, I think it is better to give explanation on which column that you want to focus on in your IA.
So, so you're saying like I should just specifically mention like
Yes.
the ones that are important.
Yes, because here you input genre, right?
Yes, sir.
Just to make sure that readers know what you want to focus on. Yeah. All right.
Okay.